Welcome to Raven's Chicken Coops. So today we're going to talk about a new breed of chicken we have here on the farm, and these are they're Belgian Duclays, but these ones specifically that I have here are Mille Fluer Duclays. So let's get into it. So these Mille Fluer Duclays, they can live anywhere between 7 and 8 years in captivity, which makes them fantastic little birds to add to your flock if you want to keep them around for a little while. And they don't really grow very fast, so it's going to be somewhere between 5 and 6 months before they get full-sized. And when it comes to temperament, these little chickens, you know, they're little, they're tiny, they're cute, but they're actually fairly docile. So if you're going to handle them an appropriate amount, you know, their nature is pretty forgiving, and they'll be very nice little birds if you treat them right. The roosters can, of course, be roosters, but they're so tiny that you can just about get over that. And of course, being small birds, the Duclays don't lay very big eggs. But what you will find is that they are known to be a delicacy for their meat. They're obviously not going to feed your family. They're going to be very tiny birds. They are bantams. They do not get to the same size as a full-grown large breed chicken. So these little guys, they're a delicacy some places. They're not really going to feed your family, but they do taste good allegedly. And again, small eggs, you're not going to be able to do much with them, so I'd recommend not getting them for eggs or meat. These are show birds. That is what they are for. It's what they do best, these little guys. So these Mille Fleurs are a type of Belgian Duclay. They come in different varieties. This one is a porcelain Duclay, and this one's very tame. We handle it a lot. It does not care at all that it can get away, so this one has tamed up very good. These two don't get the same amount of attention, but as you can see, they're getting pretty calm in my hands here, which is very good. So let's go ahead and look at them. Now, even on these two, you'll notice one has a blacker head than the other. They have different colors, different patterns, but these are both little Duclays. Now, these are true bantams, and they have fully feathered feet. They only have the 3 front toes and the 1 back toe, so they're going to have 4 toes, and that's it. No 5th toe like a silkie. Now, they do have, as you see here, a single comb, a beautiful single comb. This one has some beautiful amber-ish eyes. I love those eyes, the black beak with the white tip. The legs are actually kind of a gray, gray-yellow, but they get a beautiful tail on them. This one's probably going to be a rooster, I don't know yet. But when they do, if you got a rooster, these little feathers right here will start getting really long and saddly. They call them saddle feathers. But they're really tiny chickens. They got beautiful wings on them. Look at those wings, huh? Look at that color. So, they're bantam chickens. They're gonna stay tiny, itsy bitsy. The roosters do crow a lot, at least the 2 I had of the porcelain ones last season. But other than that, they're just tiny chickens. I think they're beautiful. So now, when it comes down to it, what are these good for? What do you want them for? And how do I feel about them? So, these aren't going to be good meat or production birds. You're going to get 150, 200 tiny eggs a year max. And I'm not going to spend my time trying to break those to eat them. But they are cute. They're, again, not really any good for meat unless you want to eat a little tidbit. It's like going to be like 3 chicken nuggets when it grows up. I mean, come on. But they're beautiful. They're great with your... Yeah, as long as you handle them, they're great with you. They have great personalities. You know, they do well with the other flock members. Even being tinier chickens, as long as they're not getting beat up specifically, they do pretty well. I mean, I've never had an issue integrating them in with the flocks. I think they're great birds. They're going to be alive for almost a decade. You know, if you want some pretty chickens, go for it. I think they're great. You're going to like them too. But remember, oh man, those roosters I had last year, they were like car alarms. But other than that, I think they're great. They're beautiful. You tell me, what do you think of these little chickens? And are you going to put them in your flock?